fighters. He's the one kind of dictating the pace of the game, how much he's able to catch and make these massive fights happen. He's playing CK. It's a very different type of style hero. Not to say that he's not going to play it wonderfully or all, but it's just a different kind of thing that's going on.
Sure. I guess sort of the change up there, having the knock-on effect towards what the supports are going to be doing, right? Last time around we saw Mira coming out with these incredible saves. This time playing a more offensive position with the Dark Willow. When it comes to setup and starting fights, a bit more focus on towards what Mira can do.
Absolutely, and the same thing goes for
top lane.
Like, that's an early point in the Phantom.
Just trying to go for that potential opportunity of tripping Yatoro up, but Yatoro, he'll be okay for now.
That's pretty cool. You don't see that very often, but Planet, I mean, excellent game last time around in the Grimstroke, going for a little bit of a different approach to put some pressure onto this Morph. So far not working though. Yatoro is getting these last hits under the tower, and he has Tree, probably one of the best supports when you're playing with Morphling. Just pop a Leech Seed, Zero drops low HP, you just get the heal coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Having any sort of sustain is going to feel fantastic for the laning stage. And we saw last time round, you know, Yatoro on the Terrorblade, he had a rough lane. It did not matter in the long sort of picture, you know, the long term of the game. And this time around, he's not going to even have to worry about having a sort of a tough start. This is seeming to be an easy first few waves here for Yatoro.
Yeah, we'll see how he's going to be able to deal with this mid-game overall, too. And even like later stages of the game, too, because I think what I've been seeing a lot of times with these Morph is as soon as Scotty timing comes out for a lot of these carries, he just can't actually stand toe-to-toe with them anymore. You literally just, I saw the Ludo the last game when we were just watching earlier today, just gets hit by this, loses the heal regeneration, and then just can't actually stand toe-to-toe with most of these tanky cores. But we'll have to see what Yatoro can do. Playing into this Doom could be an issue with that heal removal, but immediately we'll see him queuing up for that Lincoln, so natural itemization for him.
Now we'll just sort of see kind of what point the Aghanims comes into the build for New this game.
Bottom, set up. They get the root.
Closing the gap on a YU Smile. He's pumping out that heal, that Voodoo Restoration. It's going to be enough to keep him alive as he gets back underneath the Tier 1 tower. Not quite enough damage right now from Spirit to get that first blood.
Very aggressive lane down bottom, just like you were saying, right? They have the Willow, one of their most comfortable, of course, on Mira and Collapse. He's going to take advantage of playing the CK, just putting the pressure onto this Spectre. And you're seeing it already. Shiro is getting slowed down quite a bit here. 12 last hits. Morphling free farming up top in comparison. Only rotations toward the runes. Nothing to say. Is able to get that water rune. Laurel, though, Kunkka is able to X back. But so far, slight lead there for Nothing to Say in the mid lane. And yeah, big differential between how Yatoro's able to get the free farm at the moment and just
he really is
pressure onto the Spectre.
I mean, absolutely. A lot of damage here. Shiro should be all right, but again, brought incredibly low by both Mira and Collapse.
And he's going to do his usual build, but in this game, it looks like, I mean, there's definitely potential for him to full upgrade for this Spirit Vessel this game. Playing into the CK, playing into Kunkka, Tree, Morph. Definitely merit if he'd like to go down the route, even though it's not your usual Spectre build, and he's been the kind of the one who did the Urn and then just go straight for Midas and stuff like that. This is definitely one where he could look for that full vessel. Especially if he gets slowed down this much at the start, he might just look to get involved a lot with these early aggressive movements that happen around the map.
They're bringing a third hero in on the bottom lane here, Spirit. Miposhka making use of the Twin Gates to maybe try and go for a dive under this Tier 1.
They've got a double range creep right now. Glyph is available if they want to go for
They could try and go for this.
Yeah,
Looks to lead in with the lead sheet on towards Shiro. YU Smile turns around with the paralyzing cards, but it's not enough to hold them back. First blood for Spirit. They should be able to chase out the Witch Doctor as well as YU Smile surrounded. Spirit, they'll get the two of them.
And without even using the Glyph to go for the dive. Usually you see the Glyph to keep the creeps away, but not even necessary. Miposhka
in the mid.
Beautiful connection.
A bit of a skewer here from Nothing to Say. Has got Planet sweeping over to help out, but TP's backup's going to be in for Lal. Lal heading back up to the safety of his half of the river. He's fine. They can even turn for the X-Mark into a potential torrent combo. Into the Tiebreaker, on to Nothing to Say. Miposhka turns up and helps Lal turn things around.
Ooh, big start here for Spirit. 3-0, and this is going to be around Power Rune as well, too. Nothing to Say getting a little overzealous going for this tanky kill onto the Kunkka. Yeah, now Rune very likely to go for Laurel unless it spawns up top.
And with the way things have gone on this top lane, this is what a point where Yatoro can be happily left on his own.
Yep, for the most part, absolutely. Until Nu gets 6, he should be just fine. And Power Rune will spawn bottom. Laurel should be able to get himself safely down over toward that side. Seeing a lot of stacks being made this time around. Spirit looking to already contest, actually get information. Miposhka, he's going to be able to scout the fact that there's a 3 or 4x stack that's been being made there for Planet.
That's true. I mean, yeah,
they have potential to steal with the
Kunkka. They certainly could. They could just bring him over, drop a boat down, even if they want to try and clear this out.
See how healthy Laurel is, how he feels about it right now.
I mean, he's even got an arcane ring.
They're actually just bringing, they're just bringing the Magnus over. Nothing to Say he wants to go over and start getting some clear. And looking at it, Nothing to Say's build, something that I don't think I've seen so much on the Magnus. It's Miposhka trying to set up for Wisdom Rune. He's going to make them work for them.
He's making space.
Yep.
You know, there's 3 heroes chasing after him.
He's still in the tree line.
He should be pretty dead, surely, if they get the Sync Swirl connection, which they do. He makes them work for it. He'll continue to make them work for it, but he does go down. I mean, space created. That's what he would say. Them at Poshka is 3 heroes. Spent a lot of time chasing him.
And yeah, pointing out the build here from Nothing to Say. I don't think I've seen that. I've been seeing a lot of various different kind of builds coming out here. The Magnus, he's actually just going for the max shockwave. I haven't seen like 1-1-2 build. I think that was from the off lane from Collapse, but a lot more we've been seeing the Empower build be able to contest for that mid lane. So
all right.
A bit different because he wants to be a little bit more playmaky around the map.
Yeah, I guess so. So have that extra nuke damage to obviously maybe catch your Toro out when he's shifting low, and also just have that extra bit of burst that they can throw out for kills, like going for Mirror. You know, Shadow rounds pop, maybe that higher level shockwave will still finish off the kill.
I feel like it makes a lot of sense in this game too when he's playing with the Spectre and a Doom. Kind of greedy heroes overall. He probably wants to be quite a bit more active than you maybe would anticipate for this Magnus. But so far, Spirit and this this Morphling's getting absolute free farm as well, and they're really slowing down Shiro. I mean, he's had games like this where he gets slowed down massively on the Spectre, but this is quite ridiculous this time around.
Yeah, all going to be down to really that blink dagger timing or Nothing to Say. There to be the point where they can start to look to try and make the moves to catch out Yatoro. Because up until that point, Yatoro, he's just going to continue to have complete free farm up here as long as he stays away from the threat of that tier 1. Because LGD, they are beginning to group up and look to pile the pressure onto that top tower.
No points in the living armor from Eposhka. He's gone full aggressive build on this Train Protector. 2-3 build.
8 minutes in.
Tower's already dead. I mean, they can look to defend this Collapse.
I mean, Canada, the CPs are coming over.
They're actually going to set up for the kill.
They'll drop the Doom.
Okay.
Straight away on the Collapse, so should be an easy one to chase down.
Watch for the deny, Mira.
Or can he time it? Ooh, not quite. So he'll walk away with a kill. Maybe see if we can chase out Mira as well. Mira's going to go for the TP. They've got the cast.
They do.
So LGD, they should find the both of them here. Shadow Realms there. And there's no escape here for Mira. He can just continue to try and make some space, buy some time, but he'll still be going down. LGD, they'll get a couple of kills with that rotation.
But look at this. I mean, will they be able to contest this stack here because of that space that they've been able to
it would be huge if they could take this.
Massive. Oh, he's just going to boat it. Yeah, no cares.
Just drop the boat. Drop the boat. Pick up this pretty much a quad stack at least here that was prepared by LGD. They'll get it all here, Team Spirit.
Big money. Huge for Laurel. Oop, planet. Careful.
Nothing to say. Does he want to commit for this? He will. He'll drop the RP for that.
Nice little turn play.
Taking what they can get. I mean, Maposhka, he'll also drop the ult in response. Shiro, he'll jump across, make sure he's the one to pick up the bounty of getting the last hit on Maposhka.
Cool. And is that his vessel pretty much done? Yeah, I think it is. So Shiro, slowed down a lot, but looks like he's going to try to be very, very active with the Spirit Vessel. And it's good versus, all 3 cores. Definitely very valuable. Alrighty.
These sort of moves, though, definitely sighs of relief, I think, for Yatoro. Any sort of focus and attention in ultimates that are being dropped elsewhere on the map, it's going to continue to mean that this Morphling is going to feel pretty safe during this stage of the game.
Absolutely. And he's constantly just turning into this Doom, eating a creep, getting that extra little bit of efficiency, too. And overall, looking at the way that LGD can take towers, definitely not the easiest this game. They kind of have to just brute force them, and they are playing into this Train Protector, this Kunkka, this massive team fight that Spirit has set up for the early game.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons as well why that skill build has come out from Maposhka this game.
He just knows.
He knows they're not hitting the towers anyway, so he doesn't need to heal anything up right now. He can go full aggressive.
Yep. He's probably going to be, maybe level 7. He does get that point in the living armor and then starts to build up on it from there. But yeah, so far just all about aggressive plays. Now even looking to set up onto mid.
Planet. Maybe see if we can catch Yatoro out.
Bottom, Shiro. Oh my, collapses solo. Oh my God.
Wow, Shiro was not ready for that one. He just walks in with this armlet reveal and indeed that just completely obliterates the Spectre.
I mean, he has duelist gloves on top of the armlet. This is probably the best item that you can get to make these type of aggressive plays. It just deletes him.
I mean, Team Spirit, they're quick with the moves. They're going to see if they can find something else up top as well. The silence comes out from Planet over towards Lyle, but he's instantly able to remove the boat.
Doom
turns with the Doom, drops it down onto the Kunkka.
Can they chase him out though? He's going to be able to reset away.
Try with the Brambles caught on the way you smile. The heals keep him alive. Nothing to say. Trying to close on Yusora, but the RP still on cooldown for 20 seconds. He's got no further control. Shiro returns towards chasing out Maposhka, but it's a hard hero to go for. They can't continue for this one. Shiro backs out of there. Ooh. LGD not able to sort of get anything in return, but at the same time, they do stop Spirit from finding a kill themselves.
Hey, that is a Doom though used to just walk away there. Laurel, he will just reset. Spirit. A nice lead for them with these last few moments. This CK is absolutely massive.
Yeah, both him, Collapse and Yatoro having a fantastic opening to this one.
And I'm watching bottom. He's got Phantasm back up right now. Quarterstaff as well too. Shiro.
You can't.
He's gonna need. He needs somebody else to come down to help him. He can't be playing here by himself right now.
I mean, he collapses solo killed him once. There's no way that happens again.
He's thinking about it though. Scan will come out.
Even checking with the scan. I think that was sort of Collapse, seeing if there was any backup, just in case Hero stayed on the way. But Hero does back up himself and gets caught by the scan, so...
Up top, yep.
Push in for this one, caught him with the brambles and burst down by Yatoro. An easy kill found around the tier 1 tower. LGD, they're getting bullied away from this spot. Nothing to say. He's hit that timing. They need something big to happen with this Blink Dagger reveal on the Magnus.
Hey, they're just getting so much out of the map. Yatoro's going to have Linken's pretty much done by the time this Doom comes back up for the next round. This is going to be a pretty safe Morphling in these next few instances. Yeah, nothing to say. He's got the pressure cut out for him. Him and Planet probably have to link up and start looking for these plays to start slowing down this growth of these two enormous scaling cores on these side lanes from Spirit. And the tower, I mean, they're the ones who actually have ways to hit these towers quite easy on the side of Spirit in comparison. Another one likely to fall.
Now 12 minutes in, taking these tier 1s out, and LGD not able to answer it.
Hey, that's huge. Like, just because the fact that they have these two super strong scaling cores on the side, but also very strong scouting heroes, right? They have the tree and protector, so when you get these early towers as tree, I'd imagine with Poshka, as we've seen most of the times, you get the shard as fast as you can, and then you just give this scouting information. You limit a lot of the aggression from something like LGD's draft. And nothing to say, he's showing himself mid, so they are completely aware that the Blink Dagger is done.
All right, yeah, a bit of a loss of being able to abuse that surprise potential. And I mean, with that, in sort of regards that they are still going to smoke up, but as you say, Spirit, they should be pretty aware that this play's coming for them.
And look how they're playing. Like, you're not going to get a big team fight. You might get one individual kill, but everybody's farming all over the place on the map.
It might just be Miposhka. You know, Miposhka shows himself. He's happy to tank this. Nothing to say. He will jump him. As Shiro, he'll join as well, but it is just Miposhka on the tree, and they need something a whole lot more than this, LGD. If they're not killing the cores, it's not feeling good.
I think you stay down here, though, and nothing to say. He does find this kill, but now he can potentially look for a secondary one because he still has the RP available. Maybe they can catch Collapse off guard here, but I mean, they're just split up and farm. So I think Spirit, they have a pretty good read of what's going on in these next few moments. And Laurel, is he actually going to just be able to sneak himself over here for the Wisdom Rune?
I think in terms of
and look at this, a stack.
He could stack it again if he wants to.
Sure. I don't know if he wants to stay in this area for that long. He's probably expecting someone to rotate.
He's certainly going to get the Wisdom Rune.
Yep. So 2 Wisdom Runes, the big ones at the 14-minute mark. Pretty big deal. Both these cores getting it. And Yatoro just getting away with an absolute free Morphling game so far.
Really
no pressure onto him.
I think sort of a lot of the times that we've seen this Morphling pick suffer is when it's been picked and the lane just hasn't been set up for success. But this game, the draft, it certainly seemed right for the way that they start things out with Yatoro's Morph. Here with the lane setup. He's had the free farm. There's not been any pressure from LGD upon him. They've just not been able to make any sort of move to hunt him down. Even with this Blink Dagger on, nothing to say. So far, all it's achieved them is the kill on the Treant. Other than that, they're not getting a lot done, LGD, and they're falling behind.
And the fact that he gets this Linken so early, the only real thing to trip him up now early on is just the Magnus catching him with an RP before a shift, and they get him just blown up. Because he's going to be able to block the Phantom, he's going to be able to block the Doom. It's going to be very effective that he gets it so early on. LGD still need to try to get some catch on here for nothing to say, but slowing down the pace of the game is something that they ideally want. But Spirit, they're going to look to hit. They're feeling very strong here with Laurel. I mean, especially with Collapse too. I mean, the Echo Saber is finished up. Anybody he finds is just going to get evaporated.
For sure, if they get an X mark set up, it's going to be a dead hero. LGD, they don't really have the tools to save one another right now.
Oh, and look at this positioning here. They're going to walk right in.
Ooh, actually jumps across. Quite fancy here for Shiro. Allows him to sort of step back. He toys with the idea of going back in onto Lyle, but it's going to be YE Smile that falls. Can LGD afford to chase this? Shiro, and nothing to say. They're thinking about going for this one. He's headed over as well to help join the forces here to go for Lyle. They get the opening, they drop the RP, they'll kill
only on one.
Collapse looks to turn. He's caught by the Doom, but Collapse is still able to come over the right click damage.
Fear on 2.
Collapse trying to chase over with the right clicks, but he's falling low to the damage on the Doom. The deny's there. Poshka comes in with the deny onto Collapse.
You gotta be kidding me. LGD just cannot catch a break.
They get something at least. They get the Kunkka. They're able to at least force Collapse out of the game, but they don't get the bounty for it with that deny coming in clutch from Miposhka.
It's a lot of ultis committed as well, too, on their side of the map. Look at where they're positioned. Yatoro is just like, all right, everything is used. I have full freedom to reign across this top side. I guess, and I don't think Spirit's too fussed up with that one by any means.
Now, this small thing becoming more and more of a problem.
And they can go again. Spirit, 20 seconds until the boat's at the ready. Why? Oh my goodness. Shows himself for a quick second there. Has to be very careful. Laurel buys the shard as well, too, right after he does come back up. So more and more spells to be able to get these catches. Tidal Wave at the ready.
I don't know if we've got any more smokes coming out from LGD. I mean, it feels like They've got to continue to just try and make some moves happen around this Magnus, this catch from nothing to say.
They need ults, though. I mean, they just don't have the Doom or the RP right now. So, I mean, it feels like they need that, at least even just for the damage, or at least to stop the healing that's going to be coming in. A 5K lead for now for Spirit. Miposhka, now he has the shard finished up very early. He bought the Arcane Boots. I actually thought it was going to take him a little bit longer to get it. So
look at Spirit's position.
Pretty huge.
They're ready to fight around this tier 2 of LGD. Shiro's got to be careful.
He's very fragile still at this moment. Not able to go down the route. I mean, he's got the Gloves of Haste, so maybe considering if he still has the potential to go for Midas, because usually that's the build that he's gone for every time on Shiro. When he does struggle a bit in these early games, it's usually been the Urn, Midas, and then Manta and stuff. But
I mean, he's farming there. They're trying to on his own, but they still can't really catch him. Gonna be bottom and deep with the setup there. Shiro pop the blade mail. Ooh, both
off the mark.
Flying in. TPs are gonna be there. Collapse. He'll just still commit fully in onto the Spectre, and Shiro's gone in immediately. As Mirror, he'll die into the tower, but you see at this stage just how quickly Spirit can kill this Spectre. Shiro still struggling to catch back up in this game.
Collapse is just literally disintegrating him, and he's going to be going straight down the route, probably up that Silver Edge. So even more so ways to just, bring down the Spectre constantly. They are going to make a smoke move.
They've got to do this.
Ready.
Every time the ults are up, LGD, they need to look for action.
And honestly, it feels like they might have to start looking for Yatoro.
They've got to
he's
try.
Just having absolute freedom.
See if they can catch him before he's able to shift.
Look at Miposhka, look at the positioning to break these smokes.
So hard for them to enter in onto this one. There's the jump, though. He gets
the waveform off.
Yatoro's already away. The waveform was there. They may catch Miposhka, but they again fail to catch the course. Yatoro, he just smoothly walks out of there.
What the heck? That was absolutely instant. I mean, and now, catch on the Witch Doctor.
Going to be able to get the tide away to pull back while you smile. Yatoro, he jumps back in to pick up the kill himself. Spirit continuing to hold the lead. Lyle, he's still got the X mark. Gonna be able to get the setup over towards you. They'll throw out the Phantoms in best to try and interrupt it. Over into the mid lane. Collapse, he's toying around with Shiro. Shiro, got to back away from the CK, back up top. The silence that came out from Planet was enough to disrupt the combo and allow you to step back away from Lyle.
Too scared to commit into. Laurel still has the boat available, so yeah, they can't actually take advantage of any type of soulbind play. And yeah, look, I mean, Collapse, he really is just hunting down and ruining Shiro's any attempt for him to kind of recover in this game. Keeps finding him. Shiro, though, slowly recovering, but quite slowly. He is, what, almost 4,000 gold behind Yatoro right now at this moment. Yatoro's going to have Manta. He's going to be ready to fight constantly. Shiro's going to need way more time, and Collapse is not really getting
he's on the hunt, Collapse. I mean, Shiro's pretty low right now, half HP.
Phantasm in 3.
TPs are coming in, though. A lot of backups coming in. They want to try and look for Collapse. If they can get the kill here, it'll be pretty tasty. They get the jump. They'll be able to punish Collapse this time round as Collapse will fall. Shiro to get the kill.
Great wards placed down around bottom here. The Obs in the Sentry catches him for a split second. Instant TPs come out. Good protection. This time they get Shiro. A nice needed kill. Miposhka playing unbelievably aggressive. A super early base ward actually being placed.
Giving so much information as well here for the team.
That's really cool.
Keeping eyes on LGD beyond their tier 2s.
I mean, look at all three of these wards. All three lanes are actually perfectly watched here from the side of Spirit now.
10 seconds or so until the Overgrowth's back up. They could look to get aggressive under the tier 2, even without Collapse.
He's thinking about it.
There's both Yatoro and Mirror in the neighborhoods. Yatoro, he starts to back off. Doesn't look like they want to try and force it. Yatoro, I mean, he's more than happy to just keep hitting creeps right now. He's not under any sort of pressure. He's happy to just find his farm. He's got the Lincolns. He's got the Manta. Even if they do get a catch on him, it's highly likely that this Morph will be able to slip away every single time.
That's a good play. This is really nice.
Catch Lyle here in the jungle. They're in with the aggressive Shadow Step, and nothing to say takes him down.
I mean, that was so much patience. I think Planet was waiting there for what, like 20, 30 plus seconds or something, waiting for a teammate to join him. Do get that catch off.
Now, these are two big moves. Killing off Collapse, killing off Lyle. This is exactly what LGD have been looking for for the entirety of this game beyond the opening laning stage. They're starting to find these core kills.
Miposhka, though, now he is getting the scout on Shiro. They've got the backup.
Yatoro, he's coming over. Here's the opening. There's any way for Shiro to play his way out of this. There's the Overgrowth into the Bramble. Jump ball for Yatoro. The burst is enough. Shiro's out.
Yatoro getting the kill up to almost level 16 on this Morphling. Shiro only level 12.
Top lane,
top 2, Collapse.
Gonna get the grab beyond and nothing to say. The adaptive strike's coming out. Nothing to say. Popped by Yatoro. From the bottom to the top, Yatoro picks up 2 core kills.
A usual carry involvement right there. One button to get the kill. And now bottom, looks like they should strike back at least on Tamira. But these, how many support deaths is that? I feel like it's just the supports dying on the side of Spirit. The cores keep getting away with so much.
I mean, Yatoro just continuing to steam ahead in farm here.
So massive.
3-0-1. They're yet to be able to touch him. He's got 2,600 gold in the bank on top of the Manta and the Lincolns.
Oh, and this is kind of cool here. He's actually got the Aghanims queued up here on Collapse. Definitely has merit this game when he's playing with the Morphling. That could be a really cool item choice here from that off lane.
Now, what's the plan now from LGD? They'll have nothing to say back up in a few seconds. Ultimates are at the ready. See if they can head out and look to make a jump themselves.
It's difficult, at least for the next few moments, to get these lanes out in a good position to go for it, though, because they're just spotted by everything, right? The ward that was placed top from earlier, the ward that Poshka placed in the base, it sees nothing to say walking out. That ward that they've placed also down bottom, it's giving so much information for them to prepare for the next movements. As looks like it will be a Tormentor on the menu here for Yatoro.
Here's the smoke. Exactly what we need to be seeing from LGD.
Can they find anything down here? Oh, Yatoro actually gets the Tormentor. All right, blessed. They did buy quite a bit of them this time around.
It's hard for them to go from this sort of angle. The tier 1 still stands on this bottom lane. Not easy for LGD to get around this.
Hey, look,
Toro.
He's playing very far
But he's
forward.
got the Shadow Blade. They lay down a sentry. They'll slip off the side of it. The jump of the Linkers is there. He's able to fade away from the initial attempt from LGD, but still there's the RP. Not as they drags him back towards the rest of the team. They're able to bring Toro down. Team is coming in for Spirit. Get the final, pretty much the fullback tidal wave there, pulling them back. The fear fall as well, straight down onto nothing to say. The Magnus will fall.
Here comes Collapse.
Drags back Shiro. They fully focus the Spectres. The Torrent follows there for a while. Double kill for Collapse. A Spirit, they'll lose your Toro, but they make up pay. They'll find the third. Triple kill for Collapse.
Give him the fourth.
They chase out Planet. Ultra kill in 23 minutes in for Collapse on the CK.
He's a move over, Yatoro. I'm the real carry. Yatoro pushing the limits there on the Morph. Incredibly low HP, but the 4-man tidal wave coming in
really
from Laurel.
Dragging them back underneath the tier 1. I mean, he looked like such a decent start right for LGD. They get the sentry laid down. They see Yatoro step into it. I mean, how can you not go for that sort of play? They go for that every single time, LGD. But Spirit, they come in with the immediate TP responses, and suddenly LGD are paying big time for getting that chance to take Yatoro down.
I mean, it's all important that Laurel's the first one to get the TP off because he gets this humongous connection. He gets one. It's a 4-man tidal wave under everything there, so that Miposhka can get the follow-up. Beautiful play there. And yeah, Collapse able to clean up, and now also clean up the Roche. They'll give that one to Yatoro. Almost got a rampage on the main stage. Very close
23
there.
minutes as well. Collapse, yeah, just getting a huge influx of gold and XP on top of what he already had. And as you say, it very much feels like it's just sort of Collapse and Yatoro just trying to outperform one another, trying to prove the bigger carriers this game here for Spirit.
And Collapse after that, he's like, I was going to get you an Aghanim, my friend. No.
For himself.
I'm going the Orchid route, which makes it's a very good choice if he wants to go down at this game.
11k lead now off the back of that one.
Yep.
4.5 minutes to play with Yatoro having the Aegis. I mean, they were able to take him down that once, but getting him now in his next 4 minutes. I mean, LGD, they again have to wait for their cooldowns. They're back up now. They have the RP, the Shadow Step, and the Doom.
Have to watch out, though, because also now they're getting closer and closer to BKBs on the side of LGD, so maybe feeling like they want to just wait for those before the next go, but the gold lead just continues to increase for Spirit.
And it's so hard for them to sort of set up to make these sort of plays with just how much information Miposhka's getting for the team.
That's what, like, these early tier 1s, I think it's really important that Spirit, they claimed all those early tier 1s, and then Miposhka, he's just been giving literally all the information.
He's just messing around with them.
Another one.
Nothing to say. The follow with the sides, nothing to say. Skew off into the RP. They've locked down Collapse. The Fear's going to be flying in from here and pushes back Shiro. So Collapse is going to get the chance to survive a little longer, but he will still fall. They bring the CK down. LGD, can they chase for more? The Doom got thrown down onto Lyle. Lyle keeping his distance. New trying to charge forwards, but they're off to the side. Miposhka continues to hide in the trees. They catch him under the vision though. Shiro jumps over with the Shadow Step. LGD, they'll get a second on the defense.
Nice place. Can they catch more? New trying to reset away. Yatoro's on him.
Oh, he's looking to go back in with the burst. They turn around with the Infernal Blade, but the tidal wave comes in and tears New out of the server. Spirit may lose a couple, but they're still, again, able to sort of keep these trades at the least even. LGD still here to sort of find an opportunity to start to close down this incredible lead that Spirit have just 26 minutes in.
At least they got something out of it, though. Good positioning there from Planet. Gets that instant dispel, of course, with the Ink Swell. But now, a couple more heroes might die. Yatoro, look at this positioning.
He's under the tier 2.
He's the Magnus
He drags back while you smile. And while you smile, trying to walk this one off, but it's going to come to an end, and so is this life protected. A voodoo switcheroo. will make Yatoro work a little bit harder to get the kill, but he will still find it. Another kill to be found by Yatoro under the tier 2, and nothing that LGD can do that time to punish him.
He knows he can push the limits. Every single ult being used there. Looks like he's actually going to even hit the tier 2 top a little bit here.
I mean, he's got this Aegis for 2.5 minutes still.
He brings it down unbelievably fast, too, because he just threw the Empower onto himself from that Magnus form, so pretty much effectively a double damage onto him. Tier 2 to drop. More and more map control, more and more space from Aposhka to do his shenanigans in this Stream Protector. How's the itemization for Shiro doing? He's got the Manta at least finished, so he does have a protective form now for himself, a Dispel versus this Stream Protector versus this Willow at the least. But still unbelievably far behind his counterpart. Almost, he's getting kind of close to double the net worth of this Spectre. And the Magnus too, started to fall further and further behind. The farm that Spirit's been able to get on this map is absolutely ridiculous so far. Now,
BKB finished on you, so at least a bit of a better chance for him to get in and have a bit more luxury at taking his time to find the correct Doom target.
Yep, and they are getting closer and closer to Planet having an Agonies, which was one of those big things that almost allowed them to turn that last game.
Oh, it did. He pulled off some fantastic stuff with the Dark Portrait last time round, and once again against a Morphling, definitely opportunities to do something similar.
Even against the CK, if he gets both, right, that could be pretty absurd. Spirit ready to strike right now. Feeling strong.
Might not expect this wraparound though from LGD. LGD coming in from the jungle. Spirit there on the other side of the tier 2. Yatoro will start to show. But still, he is the target that has an Aegis for a minute.
They need to find Laurel.
See if anyone walks up to the high ground. LGD.
Tower just drops too fast. They can't even set up to go for this defense.
Now let's hope with the tier 2 gone, they're sort of backing off of this, but they're gonna have to do
they're hitting
Spirit, they're pushing the high ground.
Cliff forced. They're looking for the wraparound.
They're gonna have to make the call soon. Pressure on nothing to say, ready to find the RP.
He's just waveforming in.
They're heading over towards
They seem to know.
He's able to start things off by pushing towards nothing to say. Over to the side, Collapse. He's getting focused by New. They'll jump forward, try and take down the CK. Collapse being focused by Shiro and New. They brought him down. They're going to collapse. Soulbind into the dude down over the two of them from New. But the torrent still comes out controlling Shiro. Shiro across Shiro. He'll fall. They'll drop the RP in, but is there the follow-up damage? There it is.
It's a nice cast. But here's Yatoro.
As he's looking at it go low, falls low, but not quite enough to kill him straight up. Dude jumps back in, Infernal Blade takes him out, but they couldn't do with Yatoro second time round, and Yatoro gets a decent cleanup for his side. Overall, though, it's 4 dead on Spirit. LGD definitely able to give them quite the shake-up in that fight.
Hey, look at the Witch Doctor damage. Look at it go. Gets a beautiful connection onto the two of them there, but the Aegis, I think it had, what, like 20, 30 seconds left or something as it was expiring. Great usage there from Yatoro.
Yeah, solid fight overall, but still the threat of this Morphling grows. 24k on Yatoro right now.
Look at him just charge right in.
The fact that he finds nothing to say at the start there definitely make things a bit more awkward for the jump that nothing to say wants to get away with. Collapse just charges in, sort of tanks the immediate focus of LGD. It's a great Soulbind double Doom, but not able to control Yatoro. They get a lot from it.
Honestly, the buyback kind of salvages everything there, right, for LGD. If they didn't have this Witch Doctor buyback, it's probably just a rampage that comes out for this Morphling at the end of the day.
Absolutely, they miss out on those 2 last cleanup kills that they do get LGD without YuSmile coming in to do that. So.
Oh, look at Yatoro, look at the positioning. Look how aggressive he's playing, pushing the limits.
Silver Edge Manta Lincoln's BKB. This morph insanely farmed for the 30-minute mark.
And he finds probably the most dream neutral item he could have in this game. He gets a Titan Sliver, of course. Incredible versus that Magnus. Status resist is always going to be godly, but also just the base attack damage as a Morphling is the best thing you want.
I think it's, after that last play, maybe time YuSmile starts to build for himself.
Get an Agony.
He was queuing up the Blink Dagger first, but now he's going back for the Undisc.
Yeah, he can't go for the... He still just dies way too quickly in these fights. If he's just... Yeah, he needs positioning, needs extra survivability. Yatoro, positioning.
They're getting these Wisdom Runes as well. Wisdom Rune was still there for Yatoro to step up and grab.
I feel like they've gotten almost...
They got a lot.
They've gotten the vast majority of them this game. An Eagle Song now, too. Just the speed that he's getting these items is just absurd on this Morphling. Like I said, almost double the net worth of the Spectre. Ideally, the Spectre timing, when you want to play versus Morphling, is getting that Scotty in particular good timing. It's so slowed down for Shiro. And it's also, of course, it's not just the Morphling he has to deal with, right? It's this CK who's also still getting this explosive farm. And Collapse, he does go for the BKB. I was wondering if he was, because he's gotten pretty aggressive without having it. Now he will go for the disassemble.
LGD, all ultimates to the ready once again. We'll see if they want to try and step out and get aggressive. They tried for that last time round in towards the Aegis on Yatoro. Of course, there's no Aegis to worry about as of now.
Yeah, let's see if they can always get these Linken's breaks in particular. Get the Linken's break, get this Dark Portrait, get the Doom. Ideally, they want to be able to get all that onto this Morphling.
Doesn't look like they have any smokes on them at the moment, so not easy for them to make a move. They can just look to try and hold things around this bottom area of the map. Stay together as 5. They don't want to get caught out alone.
They only really have this one ward down on bottom. They have the one up top too, but this is the one that they have to control this area, and they are playing into a gem right now, Miposhka, or he had the gem a few moments ago. I guess he passed, okay, passed it off to Mira.
Now, ideally, maybe just waiting for Shiro to get his next item done before they force something, or at least try for a play that the Spectre's going to have to get involved in. There's about 4,000 gold coming up to that he's yet to invest in his next item.
They keep just putting down this Ob Sentry combo, just be able to scout out the poster, scout out the CK who are looking to get this constant setup. But they're having to spend a lot of time together. The only reason that the gold lead isn't growing that much further is honestly because the Doom has a Midas and this Octarine, so it's keeping it that consistent 13k. But Spirit overall, they're farming way more of the map. Morphling, CK, this Kunkka overall, always split up from each other. And they're all itemizing, or most of them are itemizing for the Linken's, right? Another Linken's, of course, finished up for Laurel too, so more and more ways to block.
They'll find Miposhka here.
Oh, and he just actually got the gem pass back over. This is a big kill.
See if Spirit can do anything to help out. They can't. Mira throws out the brambles from the side, but as the gem hits the deck, and Shiro, he's able to grab that hit for LGD.
They were passing it back and forth between the two of each other, Mira and Miposhka there. Pretty big pickup there for LGD to reestablish some control.
It's all right.
They want to get their gem back. Nice thing, Swell.
A little bit more breathing room here for LGD with that gem switching into their hands.
Breathing room to potentially finish up that Scotty.
Yep.
It is getting pretty close now for Shiro. Recovering.
Ion Disc done for Why You Smile. Some more chance that he's going to be able to get his full toolkit off in the midst of the team fight, even if he does get focused.
Yeah, essentially has 3 different ways to protect himself now.
LGD stabilizing things a little bit here. Still, it's just this imminent threat at the Morph continues to grow. Yatoro nearly hitting level 24. He's very close to having his next item done.
Scotty, of course, though, is going to be it's going to be a pretty big timing versus these cores. Yatoro joining his buddy's bottom. Hasn't quite decided if he does want to finish up the Eagle Song. Maybe he's going for like a little bit bait play. I mean, he hasn't shown if he does want to actually go for the Blink Dagger just yet.
They've got eyes on Why You Smile. And now with the Glimmer, but they get the dust into the Yule setup. They're looking to focus the Witch Doctor first, throw out the Adaptive Strike, but they're going to dodge it with the Voodoo Switcheroo.
But they bait it.
They're dropping the Torrent. They're going to be able to pull him to the side here.
Wait, that was weird.
Was that the Tidal Wave?
The Tidal Wave pushed him the wrong way.
I don't know what the hell happened there.
It was right on the cusp.
Anyway, they still catch him in the Torrent Storm, but it's right on the tip of the team fight. Collapse, he wants to charge him with the stun, but the Eon Disc, it's there. We'll get proc. Not able to get the full control there onto this Witch Doctor.
Honestly, he might be pretty lucky right there that the Tidal Wave, I think it's like right when you catch them on the tip of it, it does push them the wrong way. Yeah. So he gets, honestly, a bit lucky there. Because that's a gem. It's a pretty big kill.
That's true. They grab him in. He's dead for sure, and he's dropping a gem. The smoke comes out from LGD. They want to try and go again, especially knowing that the Torrent Storm's on cooldown.
Roche is swapping. All right, when it's going to be coming back up, right? So 6 seconds, they're setting themselves up top.
Do they want to go for the twin gate?
It's risky.
Yeah, they don't. They don't want to approach through that angle.
No, you have to go the different angle. So
they've got to run straight down the top lane if they want to try and fight around this Roshan.
Does Spirit have a ward to place up here at the moment? Checking the couriers. They do. They have a ward coming out on the Dark Willow, but right now, no ward placed outside of the pit. LGD, they make their way to sneak in right now. Roche gonna start.
New.
Ops placed. They see New.
Mira got
the scout right away.
But the Yule's quickly set up with the Cursed Crown. They'll hold back the Doom. Collapse is trying to wrap around towards the back lines of the fight potentially, but he's careful. Knows they have detection upon him.
I mean, they're killing the Roche while they're scouting with the Phantasm. They're sending it all in. This Roche is dying.
They've got to make a move soon, LGD, if they want to put a stop to this. The Dark Portrait of the CK being sent in to try and scout things out. Nothing second to pull over the Harpoon on the Collapse. Collapse puts the BKB, they drop the RP. They've got Shiro on top of them with the Mantra Illusions there, and they tear through the CK. They bring him down, but Yatoro gets the Aegis New, jumps over towards him, has the silence here from the Doom to open things up. The dagger as well in from Shiro. The Torrent goes there. Mira lays down the fear to hold back the Spectre for now. New falls. Spirit, they get the chance to kill off the Doom, and maybe even look for more.
Mira's doing so much work in this fight. The control, he just completely blocked off New from having any allies to join him. He just completely controlled that Spectre there. Doom used, but doesn't matter. Yatoro resets. He's going to come right back into the fray. Collapse. He gives his life for the cause.
And it's absolutely worth it.
Super
they couldn't even take down Yatoro to once. He still holds that Aegis intact.
And the cheese as well, too. Still has it at the ready. Nice play. Honestly, Mira, that was a really nice play of how he gets the ops ward out the center and immediately just kind of controls things, stalls out so they can finish off that Roshan. Swift Blink finished up now for Yatoro.
So close to 25. I mean, a real treat, especially for all the Morphling fans out there after seeing so many times this hero just fall flat on its face. This game, Yatoro showing it to its full potential.
Even getting very involved too. It's not like some zero kill involvement. He's got 8 kills on this Morphling.
In terms of timings, LGD, 40 seconds until the RP. Spirit, they could definitely look to push with this Aegis, get a tier 2, maybe even start to consider pushing for the high ground with the lead that they have right now. I mean, Yatoro, 10k net worth ahead of anyone else in the game.
He's just been able to keep that consistent this entire time with the pressure that, like Collapse kind of took those reins of having that top net worth, then he sacrificed himself a couple of times, and it's worked out. Tier 2 to fall. More and more openings for the map. No towers yet have fallen on the side of Spirit. And that's without even, I don't even think I've seen Miposhka throw any living armors onto them. He just hasn't had to. Nothing to say.
Talking about Miposhka, he's got eyes on him.
Whoa. Jeez, that was close.
Should be fine, yeah. TP out from the corner of the map. He'll get back to the base.
The Bramble catches him.
It does, they've scored him.
He's got BKB, but no TP.
BKB.
Oh, Fear won't connect.
I mean, he can BKB and run around for a little bit, but I don't think there's any way out of this one, as the whole of Spirit's pretty much closing in upon him. Yatoro, he wants to take the kill for himself, and he'll get it. That's the gem hitting the deck as well.
The scouting of Miposhka, these two support. I cannot believe that Bramble connects and now Collapse mid.
He's starting to start things off over the walls. New has to BKB TP out. He's terrified. The X comes in. It's the time.
It's time. It's time.
It's going to be there.
He's got him.
They pull him back, but the blink was there. They weren't able to follow up with any damage to stop the blinks, and New still having a chance of escaping. The tidal wave won't clip him. He'll get out, but it was close.
I think Laurel maybe doubted that he actually got the timing perfectly there, but he did. New able to get away. Pressure everywhere, though. Look at Yatoro even. All the lanes are getting pressured here from Spirit.
I mean, and they've still got the 2 minutes of this Aegis. They can go for so much more here, Spirit. 30 seconds, no nothing to say. He has buyback, but he'll really not want to use it in this situation.
They want to force as much as they can while that mag is down. Glyph gets popped.
When they have got everybody up, the high ground defense, it is strong from LGD.
Absolutely.
Yatoro. So they can take him out. The watch cask is out. Yatoro is falling low. Now he's getting out of the way from his own.
Now, Shiro.
They get the stop control under the Spectre. The damage coming in from Glad. Shiro's out of the fight. See if they can turn for more. The little boy, you smile. He's got the voodoo switcheroo. Yatoro slides past, pops the lead for the Eon disc here on, and while you smile, and still doesn't fall even the once. Keeping this Aegis fine. They chop him up with the cheese. Yatoro's still good to go for more. Nothing to say. He'll get a grab on Miposhka. Gets him in with a pull of the harpoon and the skewer. And Miposhka, though,
he's still alive.
He's still surviving. The RP's going to get dropped, but it's only onto Yatoro. Yatoro got the BKB off. He's perfectly fine.
He just jumps in.
He
wants the skewer.
Tries for the skewer. You has to pop the BKB to make sure he isn't dragged out of his base.
I didn't see it. Did he actually get the Silver Age break hit on the Spectre? Because he died so fast.
I think he did.
It looked like he did. Now Rax
back
exposed.
On the Barrett. The push continues. Spirit getting so much done here with his Aegis on Yatoro. A full set taken on the bottom lane.
And he's just using that Magnus. Look at just the Empower itself. Look at the damage that he has. Throw the Solar Crest as well, too. He effectively has that DD. Look how quick these towers
and they don't want to use these buybacks. Sure, he's back up in 15. But it's costing them so much. The next few items coming out. Hex now done on Yatoro.
That's a cool item choice. Another tower to fall on. Yeah, they'll back away. They got so much out of that push right there. I mean, that's 20 more seconds.
The one sort of play that can maybe catch them out, the sort of blink out and skewer in that nothing to say is going to try and do, that's completely put to a stop by the potential that Yatoro has to turn with this Hex pickup. Yeah. All he's got to do is precast the Hex on the Magnus to get that high ground vision, and suddenly the game can be over in an instant.
He has to just use the BKB pretty much every single time he goes for it. I mean, that's the case also when you're playing versus the Yule Scepter a lot of the times with these Magnuses. But yeah,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. Huge opening. I mean, even bigger now.
Yeah, New spending up as well with that refresher purchase.
Laurel also full Octarine is finished up to a shield rune. Spirit, they're definitely very keen to fight. Collapse full Aghanim is now done. Also another layer that they're gonna have to go through to try to take out this Morphling.
We'll see how chill they play it. Do they want to try and push again, or do you think they take the relaxation status and go for the next Aegis?
I think they're smoking up. I'd imagine they're still pretty keen to fight. They're so strong right now. And these Phantasms kind of constantly keep these waves shoved in. They already have the lanes in good position too, so it does feel like they are definitely ready to look for going for this closeout, especially when Magnus does not have the RP just yet. Coming back up in 5 seconds, though.
YSmile definitely going for the dream here. 200 in on the Aghanims.
I think they need every little thing they can get right now. Doesn't feel like Shiro is going to be enough by any means versus these triple scaling cores. Why?
He's going to find him.
Oh, and he just brought the gem, I think, right back out to himself as they went on him.
Voodoo switcheroos will try and make things a little bit more awkward. The Eon Disc is popped. They've got the X mark. YSmile is trying to get back to base. Actually, yeah, it's going to be dispelled off him, so YSmile will still be able to walk off. BKB point for Yatori actually uses it aggressively to try and get the kill onto Planet, but Planet was able to TP out. Okay. BKB charge down the drain for Yatoro. LGD survived, nobody to get caught. They all get out of there.
A nice attempt from Laurel. He actually tried to use the X Torrent instantly because the Aeon Disc status resistant kind of thing comes out there, but wasn't able to get the connection. That was actually why literally had just brought the gem out onto himself. Like almost dies the instant he gets it.
They're going to try and get back out on this LGD. Maybe see if they can hit back at Team Spirit.
Okay. Definitely difficult, but maybe trying to catch them off guard here. You see Laurel here.
They want to jump the Kunkka. They're going to try. But the Lincolns, the Fear's going to be there, but new pots the BKB. They drop the Doom. Shiro jumps across. They're going to go fully in on towards Lyle. He's still pretty tanky. Can they finish him off? Collapse. He'll turn with the grab arrow to you as the Doom gets blown up by Yatoro. Shiro, he looks to finish off Lyle. He'll
takes him so
but it's
long.
going to cost him his life. Yatoro and Collapse clean up Shiro as well. As Shiro and you, they're out of the game.
70 seconds without them, and now
this
he just dies to the illusion.
All right.
That was the Phantasm illusion. And Laurel, I mean, it takes him too long to bring it. He got the boat off before the Doom comes out. He's able to actually protect himself. It takes forever for them to kill him, and now 60 seconds. That's more than enough time for Yatoro.
A lot of damage to be done here. Maybe even the game if they want to try and force it. There's a jump forward. They get the RP. They get the drag back. Have the damage to bring him down. They're fully focusing on towards the Molly, but Yatoro's out to put them out. In fact, he's getting it aggressive. He jumps in with a egg. Looks out towards Planet.
Look at him go.
Bring down Planet. He plays fully aggressive. He's ready to make the ball. The skewer. He's into the fountain. The Phantasm's there. Nothing to say. Will fall. Collapsing Yatoro. They walk out alive.
Oh,
they just can't kill them, even in the fountain.
Whoopsie.
Actually dies down. Well, it was the arm that toggles fault. I don't know. He didn't need to.
He didn't need to.
He's ready to ride this one out. He knows there's 4 dead on LGD. They're feeling great right now about the Cell Spirits. They go towards the top set of racks.
Yatoro, what other player would wave for him in aggressively right there? Just so confident. 15 seconds, no Spectre. Will back up. But massive damage done. 2 buybacks forced. Can't even kill that many heroes inside the fountain.
That's crazy. 30K lead here now for Team Spirit.
12, 1 and 7. Yatoro, impeccable performance from this Morphling.
What do you do? Is just even if these fountain skewers aren't cutting it, what is going to cut it at this point?
Good question. Back it up. Wait for their CK to respawn.
I mean, they can go for the Roche. 30 seconds or so. We'll see that one back up.
Poor little career. Floating in the air.
Of course, with their buyback as well. The dream of the Aghanims Witch Doctor. It's put on hold for quite some time for YSmile.
I mean, they need to get some type of enormous double Doom plus another Doom. Either like a double Doom on 2 heroes and then maybe even the third Doom being thrown out onto Laurel. But they have to catch this Kunkka. They have to just, I mean, they have to stop so many different things. The layers of these fights are just getting more and more complicated for LGD. Lacking damage, lacking control, lacking everything it feels like versus Spirit. As Yatoro, he's just playing so confident. The swift blink that he's been doing has been, I mean, pretty cool. These little plays with the waveform.
I've got the Shadow Blade pickup on nothing to say, so maybe something that will give him that extra chance of closing in and getting the jump by surprise on towards Spirit, but Spirit have been pretty good with the vision.
And he still only has 1 round of everything, too. It's not like he has a refresher. It does feel like they need so many different layers of these fights.
Oh, they're thinking about taking this fight up towards the pit here, LGD. Spirit looks pretty prepared for this. Mirror just scouting things out aggressively, stepping up with the Shadow Realm. The space is being made. Yatoro
dies fast.
Cleaning up the Roshan. Actually, whether the Shadow Step was just over towards the illusions. They're not finding anything with that one. They're just having to deal with the pressure of the creeps pushing in. So all the space in the world given for Spirit to clean up this Roshan, get themselves another round of the Aegis onto Yatoro.
And a refresher shard for Laurel. Chaos in the fights even more so. Oh, whoa, Planet. Pretty deep position. Okay, we'll be able to blink himself away. The final racks. Spirit looking to close it out. Yatoro buying up the full Moon Shard. How do they mount this defense? It looks like they're going to try some type of Very risky play, but it feels like they absolutely have to try this.
They can't sit back. If they sit back, they're losing the base.
They can't let Spirit be perfectly set up for the high ground siege. They have to catch them somehow off guard. Another layer to add to everything. Mira with another Lincoln.
So many Lincolns.
Good luck getting these double Dooms off.
They're heading out.
Oh.
It's all right. Ready to play aggressive with the X-Mite. As you can think, the Hex is well.
Shiro.
He's pretty much gone. He's just dead. The save, and Shiro's out of the game. He'll buy back immediately.
He just solo kills him.
New. It's caught by the Proud with the Fizz coming in as well. Down onto the two of them, pushing back.
Shiro.
Why you smell Shiro's trying to jump it over towards Maposhka.
He's alone.
Oh, he's got him with the turret. The boat goes crashing down onto Shiro. Yatoro's able to take him down a second time. Shiro out of the game for good. There's nothing to say. Caught by Collapse. Both dead. No buyback. Spirit. They've got everybody up. They're ready to look for more kills. Deep up towards the fountain. Yatoro kills off another. GG is called. Team Spirit. They'll be moving on towards the grand finals. Knocking LGD down 2-0.
In such a fashion this game too. Last game it took them what, like 80 something whatever minutes. This game, absolute domination from start to finish. Every single player just having impeccable performance. Yatoro in particular.
I think so.
14-1-8 on a hero that had lost several days in a row.
It really has. You know, Yatoro not afraid to pick up this Morphling that's, if anything, has seemed a bit cursed for a lot of the other teams that try to bring it out here at this international. He goes to show that there's nothing wrong with a hero. He makes it work phenomenally. 14-1-8 at the end of this game. 42,000 net worth. And a hell of a lot damage done as well. The highest hero damage on his team, 43,000. I mean, well, what a performance, what a series. I mean, they're coming in today, Team Spirit, and doing this 2 times against LGD, who, as we saw, especially in that first game, were bringing out an insane level of Dota 2, but not insane enough to be able to tackle Team Spirit. Team Spirit, they're even that further ahead.
That further ahead, and overall looking at things like looking at the building damage, something we talked about early on in this game. LGD did 29 building damage this game. They could not get to these objectives. The lane domination from Spirit, yeah, just too damn strong today.
Yeah, some crazy, crazy Dota 2 coming out from this series, and Team Spirit, they're the ones that will come out on top today as they move towards the grand finals. Team Spirit take this series 2-0 against LGD.
Utter dominance from Team Spirit, and they will be your ultimate raid boss. They will be a grand finalist here in Seattle in the Climate Pledge Arena in front of a massive crowd. And of course, last time they were in a grand finals, there was no one, apart from a couple of talents here and there, sure, but no one in the crowd. COVID sucks, but this time around they get it. They get the grand finals. I can't wait to see who gets the honor to go up against them. I know that will be quite the battle. But let's talk about how they got here. I'm joined by Fear, Lacoste, and Tigov. Lacoste, this game, we did not expect it to be that dominant, did we?
Definitely not, but Team Spirit, we did expect them to go and run at them completely with the draft that they had, and that's exactly what happened. First game was close. This one was not as close. They did not give them any breathing time. Constant pressure coming out from Team Spirit. Double Shadow Blade from both safe lane and the off lane. Very aggressive item build coming out from both of them, and they were just hunting them down. Also, Miposhka providing vision with the Treant Protector as expected, and they were just picking people left and right.
I just gotta say, like, I feel like the CK for Team Spirit, right? The fact they could flex it to offlane, like this Spectre pick, we heard in interviews as well, like Spectre, it feels like the casual hero that you can just pick in the draft. You don't really care too much because you know the game's still gonna be the same. But when there's a CK in your lane, battering you down with a Willow on top, like, he just had a free time. And then he just itemized beautifully, like you were mentioning, Lacoste, and the entire game just felt like, who's gonna get picked off next? Where's that next move coming? Miposhka on the tree. It was just such a high-paced game, and for LGD, sure, they've got all the scaling, all the fight, but they never really able to dictate this game.
Yeah, I think the one thing we haven't mentioned yet, the big one is Yatoro on his Morphling. Like, he played so well on this game, and even all the way up to the itemization. Like, towards the end of the game, he, of course, you're against the Spectre, so you get the Silver Edge, but he bought a Scythe of Ice on Morph. He was just so confident that he was just initiating the fights, instantly killing the enemy carry everywhere on the map. He's playing versus Doom, too. This is supposed to counter your hero. I remember there was one fight he turned into a Doom, ended up getting Doom. He just right-clicked the Doom as the Doom, and ended up winning that man fight as well. Like, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen, but he played an amazing Morph. I really like the Hex pickup he got at the end to just initiate for his team.
I also will say 2 games in a row, we saw Laro on his most comfort hero in the Kunkka. How did he get away with that every time, T?
It's like you're banning out like all these big impactful heroes and suddenly it slips through. Like, it is a product of the new system, right? Like, in the second phase, one team gets 1 ban, one team gets 2 bans. Like, can you really get the Kunkka into that when you're respecting so many other factors? And for Team Spirit, this Kunkka, it was a first phase ban against them time and time again. Like, this hero, it's so easy for them. And you guys, you just keep going, don't you? Jeez. Whatever they're saying.
it was a great battle, and a great battle. Team Spirit punching their ticket to the grand finals, and here to talk about it with probably a big smile on their faces, it's Slack standing by with Silent.
Hello, everybody. May I introduce you to Silent, the coach of the first team in your grand finals, baby. Give it up for it one more time. Used to hearing that, right? Are you used to hearing that? The roar of the crowd? The excitement of the people?
Yeah, I'm enjoying moment. Just.
All right, must have had some very deja vu feelings, huh? Pretty similar to, you know, that big game back in the day. 2 wins first. Do you think LGD would have won Game 3 if there was one?
Maybe. Everything possible.
Okay, fantastic. Now let's talk a little bit about that first series. I mean, Magnus, come on. You picking that against LGD? Was that on purpose? You're trying to relive some PTSD from our boys over on LGD?
Magnus is a good hero. We think we also can play him, so we at some point steal it from them. Second win, we tried to do the same. We tried to steal it, but we was prepared, so game was not that hard.
I see, I see. They pick Magnus Game 2, so you just pick Morphling and then you steal it back, right? That's how, that's the way?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Oh, okay, now, very good. Now, Yatoro, you know, he back in the day said that you guys were content creators, you know, making some content. You guys have fantastic content. You didn't let him take a single tower. That's not good content, my friend. That's bad content. You can't even let him take 1 tower in that series?
The game was in our advantage from the start, and we have Trend Protector, and also their lineup is very bad to take towers, in my opinion. Doom, Magnus, Spectre, it's very turtle heroes. You can play aggressive, in my opinion.
All right, now, we've been very calm. You're a very calculated man, so I would like to ask you the lame question, but as one of the smartest men in the building, who do you think is going to be joining you in the grand finals? What's the thought?
I'm not sure. From these 3 teams, Gladiators looks like in a good shape right now. LGD also very hard to beat team. We're really good at draft. Like we have big hero pool. It's not easy to draft against them. And also Azure, I also think we are a good team with good picks. Don't know, maybe looks like LGD or Gladiators.
Okay, come on, pick one, please. The audience wants to know. Just one.
Gladiators, maybe.
All right, fantastic. Well, we'll see if your prediction comes out to be correct. But an incredible 2-0 series. Such a pleasure to watch you play once again, leading these guys into victory. And we'll throw it back to you guys on the panel.
Well, Slacks really put Silent on the spot there. Thank you for that. Now, I mean, fair. I mean, he just straight up said Gaming Gladiators in the finals.
He did not straight up say that. He's kind of, his arm was twisted a little bit. I mean, I think Gladiators looks really good right now. Like, sure, maybe the group stage, they fell to the lower bracket, but ever since they've been in the playoffs, they've been unstoppable, so I would not be surprised to see him there. But as you mentioned before, the other 2 teams look really strong as well. Azure Ray looking great. LGD, maybe this is a good learning experience for them. They can come back even stronger.
LGD was a team that before the series only lost 1 game so far, so losing 2 here on the main stage, Lacoste, that does make you rethink strategies. So they got a night rest, they can sleep on it, and surely they learn a lot from this.
Oh, absolutely. This is a team that can recover. I mean, they have variety of the picks. This is one of the biggest brains in Dota that ever existed. Zhao Weid's going to cook something really good for tomorrow.
Sorry, the background. No, yeah, I was also like, for LGD at least, it's like in game 1, super close. Such small decisions they have to deal with. And the second game, they jump on this mag idea, right? And I think if anything, it will be the argument of CK, do we need to go for mag? Did we get in our own heads? Do we rush towards it? So yeah, the mini meta, it appears, I kind of expect this to be the finals, but that's on Gaming and Azure to step up and try and muscle up against these two titans of the teams.
Yeah, a little bit of mind games definitely there with the Magnus also being back in mid, and we talked about how it looked good on the offlane with Collapse, so a lot to think about there. Also, we didn't see a lot of the Weaver, which we thought was going to be highly contested here today, and it feels like the meta is ever shifting, and it's up to the teams to really learn from each other and take it to the next level. And speaking of learning, I believe a lot of people have been learning, or at least they should have, because Tsunami is gonna test the knowledge.
Hello, friends. It's between Series 3 and 4. How are we doing right now? That's what I like to hear. Now, if you recall yesterday, I played a little game with you guys. You mind if we do it again? Well, then let's roll it. Let's get ready for another edition of Forced 50%. Now, this edition has a little bit of a twist. I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you guys. It's called Higher or Lower Edition. I'm not going to make you figure out which is the answer. I'm just going to say a number, and you tell me, is the real answer higher or lower? And as usual, I have my lovely assistant in the crowd. Slacks, do you have some contestants ready?
Wrangled up some contestants. Hello, contestants. In case you didn't hear, you must simply say, is the number, the real number, higher or lower than the one that Tsunami is giving you? And if you're, thank you so much, very eager. And if you're correct, you get this beautiful Tidehunter. That's it, that's the prize. Careful.
All right then, are we ready to get started? So specifically, I'm going to be asking about questions from all TIs. I'm going all the way to 1. Group stage, playoffs, finals, everything. So let's get started. How many unique players have competed at TI? Is it higher or lower than 500?
500 players. Is the real number higher or lower, sir?
Higher.
He says higher.
He says
Tsunami.
higher. Computer, is the real answer higher or lower?
Oh!
TI's a very exclusive club, friends. We're not just handing out these invitations. You gotta earn them. And only 434 different players have earned it. That's just getting started, though. Let's take things up a notch. 3 million creeps have been killed at TI. Is the real number higher or lower? And I'll give you a little bit of a hint. At this TI, almost 400,000 creeps have been murdered.
Gee, I stopped paying attention as soon as he started saying numbers. Do you have any idea?
Must be higher.
Higher.
He
Speed
thinks it's
higher. Is it higher?
Computer!
Higher.
It is higher! Nearly 3.8 million creeps have been killed. And as a result of you getting it right, my friend, I would like to treat everyone in the audience to some last hits sounds. Computer, you mind getting some last hits to me?
Oh, that was, that is,
DOTA
that
players
is nice.
live for the,
That's nice.
yes!
He down?
Thank you for stacking for me, audience. All right, I got another one for you. In all of TI, how many times have the maps been pinged? Is it more than 500,000? Is it higher or is it lower?
If it was me, I'd be picking all the time, so higher.
He says higher. Audience
Computer.
agree? Higher? Okay, okay.
Higher, that's my final answer.
Yeah, I'm aware of your answer. Thank you.
He's
so much.
sticking with it. I respect it. Computer, what is the correct answer?
Hey!
That's
a
right.
Tidehunter for
We
you.
gotta communicate
Congratulations.
things. Pings,
well
pings,
done.
pings.
Boss wants to play. You guys out? You guys out? A duo? Duo? You must decide together? Okay.
What's the question?
You'll find out.
First, I want to make sure that everyone, I wanted to play the song of my North American people. I gave you some last hits. How about I give you something similar?
I don't like that.
Yeah, whatever. It was on cooldown, all right?
Thank you.
I didn't have a TP. I'm sorry. All right, I got one more question for you.
One more, last one. For all the Tidehunters, we'll give you 10 Tidehunters. No, just one.
The global average MMR in Dota 2 is roughly around 2,000. Now, as you know, we have been grading the audience.
All right, discuss among yourselves. Make sure you know.
We've heard some theories of people around us. I'm thinking lower. I'm thinking lower. Some crazy shit.
He thinks lower.
What's his?
Don't ask me what my MMR is. That's not the question. What is your final answer?
Higher.
You think that the MMR of this crowd is higher than the average? Audience, do you disagree? I just hear a lot of moaning. That's probably not good. Tsunami, is the average of our audience higher or lower than the average of all of Dota?
Climate Pledge Arena, let's find out. Of course it's higher. Here's some smart cookies out there.
Congratulations.
And actually, Slacks, if you don't mind, would I like one more treat? One more.
What?
I want to do one more question.
Oh, okay, sure. I'm going to give this Tidehunter to the guy who lost because I felt bad for him. Why are you guys all mad? Everyone just said boo. The guys are just being nice. All right. One more question. Go ahead, Tsunami.
I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
2,000 games have been played at the International, all the way from TI1 to now. Everything, group stage, playoffs, finals, higher or lower?
Higher or lower? Lower. Lower?
Computer.
I think it's close, but it's lower.
Reveal the right answer.
No!
Just barely. Let me tell you, we got 4 more games. Let's get started. We got some more Dota to get ahead of ourselves. Are you guys ready?
I'll give you this one. There you go.
We only just now broke the 2,000 limit, and what a treat it was. But now we gotta get on our way. A few more series remain before we can finally crown a winner and get to the Aegis. But we'll save that for tomorrow. Let's get ready for our next series.
We got Low, Somnus, Chalice, FY, Tianming, and Lanham for the second time today. They are taking the stage here at Climate Pledge Arena. Earlier, they were able to eliminate Bedboom with a 2-1, and they are ready to continue their lower bracket. But Gaming Gladiators would also like to do the same. Celery and CY, and they are ready in this lower bracket. They really want to seal the deal. They won every single major this year, are called the best team in the world, but they need to seal the deal today and tomorrow if they want to go down in the history books as just that. Can they do it? Azure Ray versus Gaming Gladiators, both teams secured top 4. Can they make it to the final day? One team will be eliminated towards the end of this one. I'm joined by T-Goff, by Fear, and we had a little change up on the panel as well. Effie, welcome back to the panel.
It's been a long time, Shiver.
It has been a little while that you were on my panel anyway. How excited are you for this one?
I'm very excited. I mean, there are 2 really great storylines here in both Azure Ray and Gaming Gladiators, and it's going to be so hard to see one of these teams go down today, but it's just how it is. I do wonder, though, this is a test of endurance, right? Because Gaming Gladiators did play the first series of the day. They had to wake up early. It was pretty tiring, but now here they are playing the fourth. Whereas Azure Ray, they played the second series of the day, but that's definitely more resting time than Gaimin had.
Yeah, I think it's going to be roughly about 11, 12 hours in it, right? It's going to be quite a long haul, and you'd like to think that some of these players have been grinding out enough pubs, in a row to be able to, keep up that mental fortitude, but it is going to be a challenge of endurance. This isn't going to be that you'd expect the cleanest form of Dota just because of how long they've had to be awake to get to this series.
Yeah, I would say it's not really, like, grinding pubs won't help you in a situation like this. It's a completely different mental game, and a lot of it comes down to how involved are you in the team's preparation as well, because in that downtime, you're spending every second you have, like, thinking about what can we do better as a team, analyzing who your opponents might be as well, and that is a completely different ball game than just being able to play 12 games of Dota in a row. All these guys can play 12 games of Dota in a row, no problem. But like 2 best-of-3s might not seem like a lot, but with prep involved, it's a lot of mental fortitude they've required.
How would you have spent the couple of hours you had in between the series that you won and the series that you've got coming up later?
Well, for Gaimin, they didn't really know who they were going to play yet, so they couldn't really do much for the first couple hours. But if I was Azure Ray, like, you're just studying Gaming Gladiators.